Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel. And today we're going to be going into the Harbor Freight video series that I started, and this is going to be 5 things I believe are worth purchasing or you should consider purchasing, possibly over buying it from somewhere else. These aren't like my top 5 tools I believe Harbor Freight sells or anything like that. These are 5 items that I've gotten good use out of, and I either got them for a really good deal or they really surprised me, and I think you should consider picking them up. Also, I've done a few other videos like this, so if you guys haven't checked those out, go ahead and check those out. I try and do 5 items per video, so I really hope you guys enjoy. If there's anything that I don't mention that you guys think is worth a mention, please feel free to drop it down in the comments for the other viewers, and I really hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts of these 5 items, or if you have anything to add. I will also have many other tools that I suggest underneath the tools and tools continued link down in the description. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Let's get into this. So don't mind the mess. It's kind of hard to fit everything I own into my 2-car garage. So it's going to be a little bit hard to see a couple of the first items. In the last video, I did some smaller items, so I wanted to include some larger items in this video. So since I can't really show you much, since everything's covered up right now that I'm not using them, I'll be posting some pictures up of the price and what they look like so you can get a better view as well. So first up is going to be the engine stand. You can see the feet down here and it's kind of tucked back here. So I've actually used this probably for 4 or 5 different engines, and it's worked perfectly fine. This is the 1,000 pound capacity engine stand, and they also have a 2,000 pound. The 1,000 pound capacity is going to run $75, and the 2,000 pound is going to run $160. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can use the 20% discount on these items. I'm not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you can, the 1,000 pound one would bring it down to $60, and the 2,000 pound capacity would bring it down to $128. So really affordable. You're not going to find many other places that are going to have engine stands for that price. And I can tell you, even though like this isn't like the best engine stand, and like it doesn't have the crank to turn the engine over or anything, like you can turn it over, but it's not like one of those fancy crank ones. It's still really easy to use. It's still really good, especially for under $100. And then next up on the list is another item you can see buried back there, is my engine hoist or cherry picker. I have the 2-ton. They have a 1-ton as well. So the 1-ton is going to run $219, which is more than what I paid for this 2-ton one, but I bought this one back in 2015, I want to say. So things were a little bit cheaper then. So the 1-ton is $219, and the 2-ton, what I have here, runs $319 now. I want to say when I picked this up, I picked it up for just under $200, and that's for the 2-ton. But unfortunately, things aren't going so great, so things are a little bit more expensive nowadays. But if you can use the 20% off on this, it would bring the 1-ton down to $175 and the 2-ton down to $255. So still priced very well, and just like the engine stand, you're not going to find many other engine stands around that price range, and I haven't had any issues. The biggest issue I had with this is with the boom extended working on my Camaro. It's got a long nose, so like the jack portion of it was just touching my front bumper. I had to place a towel between the jack and the front bumper just to make sure there was no damage. But other than that, that's more issues along with the car more than it is the engine hoist. So those are the first 2 items that I wanted to mention, even though they are buried and you can't really see them. Next up for today's video is going to be the impact extensions, and they have a pretty good lineup of impact extensions. I actually used to never use impact extensions. I would just use normal extensions. It never really bothered me, but I figured I might as well pick up a few, so I try and use them, you know, whenever I should use them. But they have a lot bigger lineup now than when I purchased mine. Now they have Pittsburgh and Icon. I picked the 3-piece setup for $7, I believe. I have 1/2" and 3/8, and it's going to range anywhere from $7 to $40, just depending on which one you get, Pittsburgh or Icon, and whether you get just the standard impact extensions or if you get like the wobble feature or anything like that. And truthfully, I've tried using the wobble feature on impact extensions. I just don't care for it. I would rather use a universal joint with an impact extension, rather a wobble feature impact extension. I thought I would enjoy them. Truthfully, I didn't. I had the Sun X ones, and they just weren't for me. But either way, I think it's a really good tool to have, especially if you use an impact a lot. These are very affordable, and I beat the heck out of them for a while, and they held up very well, especially for something extremely cheap. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money and you just need a few impact extensions, it's a good route to go. They have 3/8 and 1/2-inch drive. Next up being the breaker bar. So what you see here is actually the 3/8 drive 17-inch breaker bar. The one I suggest if you're going to get any of them is the 1/2-inch drive comfort grip, the most popular one, obviously. So I have the 18-inch 1/2-inch drive one, which isn't the comfort grip, but it's buried as well. So I just wanted to pull this one out just to show something. So the 1/2-inch drive 18-inch one without the comfort grip is going to be $15. This one right here is going to be $13, which is the 3/8 17-inch. The one I'm talking about is the Pittsburgh 1/2-inch drive 25-inch. So 7 inches longer than the non-comfort grip. And it runs $20, and when you can pick it up on sale, it's $15. So that's definitely by far the best deal. Plus, I've used that one a lot in the past, and it really surprised me. No, it's not the best breaker bar out there available, but it is by far the best one for the price. You're not gonna find many others at that price range. For that length, with the comfort grip and everything, it has held up very well, and many people have used it and loved it. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get myself one again, and it's almost impossible right now. Like, even though they say they're in stock, I cannot find them. Every time I go, they're sold out off the shelf. I even ask if they have any in the back. They don't. So it's just a matter of waiting until I can get my hands on another one. And then if you're looking to spend some more money, they do have the Icon one, the 1/2-inch drive, 25-inch. It looks identical to the Pittsburgh. It's a little bit bigger in diameter, I believe. But it is $50. So it is a nice breaker bar. It's going to be a little bit stronger than the Pittsburgh one, but I don't believe it's worth more than double the price. That's just my personal opinion on it. I think the Pittsburgh Comfort Grip 25-inch 1/2-inch breaker bar is by far the best deal when it comes to breaker bars. Last up in today's video, I've actually mentioned these quite a bit in my previous videos. Anytime I do a pliers video or anything like that, you guys may have seen this quite a bit. So this is the long reach hose pliers, and it comes as a 3-piece set. I'll post a picture up in here. It's weird because Harbor Freight has a different design handle as far as the ones online, but I even have a picture in store and they're still of this design. So I'm not sure if they're like transferring over or what's going on, but you get 3 different sizes for 3 different diameter, hoses, whichever one fits your needs the best. It is nice because it's a 3-piece set for $15. And when I originally picked these up, I was like, oh, these will be handy, I didn't know how much I would actually use them. I use these things a lot. Primarily the larger one. I do use them to remove like heater core hoses and hoses that are kind of hard to reach, overflow coolant hoses that are in tight spaces, things like that. So I have used these two a fair amount, but by far the larger one is my go-to, not just for hoses. And I've mentioned this in previous videos. These are fantastic for electrical connectors. When you have those connectors where you have to pinch both sides, sometimes it can be a pain to get your hand down on the connector or pinch both of them hard enough with your hand. This is fantastic because it's just big enough to go around most connectors, and you can really get leverage on those 2 pinch points and pinch the electrical connector and pull it off. It's fantastic. This thing alone has saved me. No, they are not the highest quality. You can see here, they're not the highest quality, not the cleanest cuts, anything like that. But they have done exactly what I need them to. They do have teeth in all of them. They remove hoses just fine, and they help me with the electrical connectors just fine. I'm not looking for top quality or anything like that because these do exactly what I want them to. So I think for $15, these are a fantastic deal. If you ever have stubborn hoses or electrical connectors, I think this is worth checking out to maybe possibly help your situation out. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's 5 items from Harbor Freight that I think you should consider. If you guys have any other suggestions, please drop it down in the comments. Keep in mind, I will also have many other tools that I suggest linked down in the description for you guys. And if you guys have any video ideas, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed, hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. See you guys next time.